Are you constantly battling intense, sudden frustration? Or do you find yourself paralyzed by the fear of confrontation, which then prevents you from taking risks? So, anger and fear are the two emotional shadows of Mars. When Mars's energy is unpurified, it either explodes outward as destructive rage or implodes inward as crippling anxiety and inaction. This video provides the essential practical purification techniques to acknowledge these powerful emotions and channel the fire productively, turning fear into strategy and rage into focused drive. Welcome to video 4 of our series, Activating Inner Power. We've established action, stamina, and boundaries. Now we deal with the internal friction. Mars is the engine of change, but it generates tremendous heat. If that heat isn't managed, it burns you. So we will learn to use the Vedic principle of observation and transmutation to transform your most destructive emotions into the fuel that's needed for your greatest success. So let's talk about the Mars shadow. It's rage and paralysis. Anger and fear are two sides of the same Mars's coin. They both signal that a boundary has been crossed or is about to be crossed. The first one, let's talk about it, is the destructive rage, which is the overheated Mars. This is Mars energy without purpose. It burns bridges, hurts relationships, and is quickly followed by guilt. It's often a result of repressed boundaries. Check video number 3 for that. It's often a result of repressed boundaries finally exploding. The goal is to separate the raw energy of anger from the action of destruction. The next shadow is crippling fear or anxiety, which is the repressed Mars. This is Mars's energy turned inward. Fear of failure or confrontation is often a subconscious strategy to avoid the messiness of taking action. This paralysis is the opposite of Mars's nature and is equally destructive, leading to stagnation and regret. We must treat these emotions not as flaws, but as powerful signals that require channeling, not suppression. So let's talk about the 3 purification techniques. Here are 3 effective techniques to transmute the raw emotional fire of Mars into focused, productive power. Let's talk about technique number 1. It's a somatic freeze, which is interrupting the explosion. Why do we do it? Because anger and panic are somatic, which is body responses that take over in an instant. You must introduce a conscious physical disruption. How do you do that? The moment you feel the rush of anger or the spike of fear, implement the somatic freeze. You stop talking, you freeze your entire body for 3 seconds, and you take 1 deep audible breath through your mouth, and this breaks the neurological circuit. Then you ask yourself, what boundary is actually being crossed right now? This separates the emotion from the rational information that it provides. Technique number 2 is the action funnel, which is turning fear into strategy. Why? Fear is Mars's energy anticipating a negative outcome. We channel this anticipatory energy into concrete, small steps, small action steps. How? When paralyzed by a large fear, for example, I fear launching this project will fail. You immediately focus on the very next tiny action you can take to mitigate the fear. For example, instead of fearing failure, you focus on, I will call one mentor for feedback. Now, this uses Mars's energy to strategize the conflict rather than avoid it, transforming fear into tactical planning. Now, let's talk about the third technique. It's the earth grounding practice, which is cooling the fire. Why? Because Mars is a fire planet. Its excess heat must be grounded and cooled to prevent emotional outbursts or physical inflammation. But how do you do it? When you feel chronically hot, angry, or anxious, you connect directly with the earth, which is Saturn's grounding energy. You stand barefoot on the soil, on grass, or concrete for 10 minutes. You can also work with cold, taking a quick cold shower or splashing cold water on your face. This physical cooling helps soothe the overheated Mars energy and restores emotional equilibrium. So the highest virtue that's required to heal Mars' shadow is transmutation. This is the ability to take raw destructive energy and convert it into a higher useful form. You are not eliminating anger or fear. You are redirecting the powerful force they represent. Transmutation ensures that the willpower and stamina you built are used for conscious creation, not unconscious destruction. This is the mark of a true spiritual warrior. So let's summarize the immense spiritual mastery that you gain by healing Mars' emotional shadow. You move from being a victim of your emotions to the mastery of your inner life. You're telling the universe, I channel my power with intention, that I'm not ruled by my reaction, that I'm guided by my purpose. How amazing is that? This mastery frees up the tremendous amount of psychic energy that was previously wasted on internal warfare, making it now available for manifesting your destiny. So here are your assignments to begin channeling your inner fire. First, I want to know, tell me in the comments, which Mars' shadow do you experience most frequently? Rage, explosion, or fear paralysis? And what is the specific boundary the emotion is trying to protect? Second, let's turn this knowledge into action. Practice technique number 1, which is the somatic freeze 3 times this week, the moment you feel triggered. And finally, share this video with anyone who struggles with frequent emotional spirals. Knowledge is meant to be shared, and that's what I'm doing for you. Our journey culminates next time with video number 5, which is Mars meditation and integration. We will tie everything together, exploring advanced practices for ethical power usage and aligning your daily action with your highest purpose. So hit the notification bell right now so you don't miss this powerful conclusion. And if you'd like a personalized analysis of your specific chart, go ahead and click on the link in the video description or in the About section, and I'd love to connect with you. Again, thank you for watching, and thank yourself for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more Vedic wisdom. That's all for today.